Hello viewers, this is Victor Anthony Tolentino and I am here to discuss all about my Java Swing application program. So I have here my own made Java Swing application which is compiled together with my client, and also I have tested and executed the program so it is improved well. And this moment I am going to discuss all about my source code for my Java Swing application program. For my application program, so I have here the Java class ArtCom menu, which is the title for the Java program, and also I also include for my text file right in this portion, beside of this portion, which is used to save and write the program. So I will discuss about the design of the program and how does it function well. So so I have here the components of the Java program. It has a Java JFrame and some JText fields, com t for the various variables of customer name, which is com.txt, and also for the art commissioner's name, which is the variable name artcom.txt. And I also have here the private final button group for the art style price cost also, which is available here, which is BGA for the new button group for art styles menu. And also I have here the final button group BGV for the button group for the view shots. And also I have here the JText field, subtotal text field, also for the total price, and also for the balance and the change. Moving on for creating a application. So I have here the components of the Swing application window. So we have here the art style panel. We have here the J label, which is for the panel for the art styles, for the collection of art styles, and the its price cost also. So for each of the art styles, I have here the item sketch, which is the first radio button. Which I have type here final R final J I read J radio button RDB sketch rather, which is the variable for the sketch. Also for the item line, which is the line art, I type here final J radio button variable RGB line for line art. Also for the flat color, I have typed here also for the variable, which is RGB flat color. And also for the shaded color, I type here also the variable for shaded color, which is RGB shade. Now for the label for art style price list, I also added here beside the program, which is the corresponding price of each item. So for the sketch price, I labeled for 10 pesos. Next, for the line price, we have here 20 pesos. Then for the flat colored price, which has 30 pesos. And also for the shaded colored price, which is 40 pesos. Next here, scroll down, I have here the J labels here, which is the title for the menu of my program, which is the art commission. Also for the label of each of the text fields, I have label here for the customer's name and also for the art commissioner's name. Also, I have typed here the function for the variable of the customer's name, which is custom TX, which is the new JText field. Also for the art commissioner's name, which is the variable is artcomtx. Next, here we have here the J layered view pane, which is the panel for the view shots. So I have here the label, which is the title for the view shots. Also, I added here the 4 types of view shots, which is now converted into check boxes. So I have here first, it is the checkbox head, which is for the variable here for headshot is CBO head. Next, I have here the second checkbox rather, which is the bust view. The variable for the bust view shot is CBO bust. Then third, for the half body or half shot, the variable is CBO half. And lastly, for the full body or the full shot, I have typed here also for the variable CBO full for the variable. Also, I have here the view price label, which is the price of the corresponding items in the view shots panel. So the head price is cost only 10 pesos. Next, for the bust price, I labeled for 20 pesos. Then for the half price, I labeled 30 pesos. And also I labeled for the full price, which is 40 pesos. Also, I have labeled here for the subtotal, which is also on the lower portion, including the J label total, and also for the label for the balance, and also for the change. For the subtotal, the total, and the tax, I also type here for the variable, which is for the subtotal, I type here subtotal TF for the subtotal JText field. Also for the total, which is total TF for the total price text field. Then also I have here the balance amount. The text field variable is balance TF, And the change also, I type here the variable change the f. Then I have here the J button for the calculate price. So in this fragment, it performs and executes to calculate the total price. So here to sum up the integer here. You have the inputs double total, and double subtotal is equal to 0, and final double tax rate is equal to 0.50, which is also for 50%. I also included here the if statement. First, you have here the RDB sketch. When it is selected, the subtotal is equal to subtotal plus 10. Next, here for else if, for the line art which is selected, then the computation is subtotal is equal to subtotal plus 20. Next is the else if statement for the flat color which is selected, which is also for subtotal is equal to subtotal plus 30 pesos. Then lastly, for the else if for shaded color, which is RGB shade dot is selected, then subtotal equals subtotal plus 40 pesos. For the view shots, I also included the if statement for each of the menu. Start here, we have here the variable CBO head. If CBO head is selected, then subtotal is equal to subtotal plus 10 pesos. Next, for the second menu, for else if statement for CBO bus dot is selected, then we have here the subtotal is equal to subtotal plus 20. Next, for the half body, we have here else if CBO half dot is selected, then subtotal equals to subtotal plus 30. And lastly, for else if statement for CBO full, which is the full body item, else if CBO full dot is selected, subtotal is equal to subtotal plus 40. Then I also added for the set text, for the subtotal, the tax, and the total. For their text fields, first thing, for the subtotal TF, I type here subtotal TF dot set text open close parenthesis double to string subtotal close parenthesis. Then I also type it for the subtotal also. Subtotal is equal to double dot parse double open close parenthesis subtotal TF dot get text open close parenthesis close parenthesis. And also I also type here for the double tax for the computation for the tax rate, which is double tax is equal to subtotal times the tax rate. And also lastly, for the total price, I type here the calculations. You have here subtotal plus tax is equal to the total price. And also I included here for the tax text field, which is tax TF dot set text open close parenthesis double dot string T tax. Also for the total price, which is total TF dot set text double open close parenthesis double to string total. Next is for the save button, which is the button right to file, which is used to save the data into text file. So I have here the inputs, declare all inputs, which I have here private boolean, text box, checkbox selected, private boolean, radio selected, private string customer, private string art commissioner, private J radio button, oh, square brackets art style, then private J checkbox, then open close square brackets view shots. Also have here the private string subtotal, private string tax, private string total, private string balance, and private string change. So I have here the action for the save button here, which is public void action perform open close parenthesis action event E, then brackets the if statement, then I have here set customer custom tf get text. Next is for the art commission, right, which is artcom txt get text. Also for the art style, which is arranged in array. It's also for the view shots here, and also for the set subtotal, we have here open close parenthesis subtotal tf get text open close parenthesis. The next for the tax, you have here set tax open close parenthesis tax tf dot get text open close parenthesis. Then also for the set total open close parenthesis total tf dot get text open close parenthesis. Also for the set balance, you have here the open close parenthesis balance tf dot get text open close parenthesis. And also for the change, you have your set change the open close parenthesis change tf dot get text open close parenthesis. And next here is the try catch statement, which is used to save data to text file. So I type here the file writer. The variable for the file writer is file writer. F for the lowercase, well, the uppercase W there. Then the new file writer is the text file artcom official receipt. Then I also type here the each statements, each functions file writer dot write. Then I had type here the inputs carefully, and also for the checkbox and the radio buttons, I added here the if else if statement to work it properly so that they all also included in the text file. So I have here each of the radio buttons, which you have here, for example, if rdb sketch dot is selected open close parenthesis, then brackets in close inside variable rdb sketch is equal to sketch in quotation marks. Then I also type here also for the file writer, then open close parenthesis for the radio button and included the price also, which is also applicate it also applies on the checkboxes also. We have here this if else statement here for the art style menu, and also for the view shots menu. Then for closing the text file, I also type here that file writer dot flash open close parenthesis semicolon and file writer dot close open close parenthesis. Also for the notification, I also type here J option pane dot show message dialog, the open close parenthesis null comma quotation marks writing complete for the try statement. And for the catch statement, if here catch open close parenthesis exception E1, and also enclose inside the catch phrase, we have here J option pane dot show message dialog if the text file is malfunction. I have here the suppress warnings, which is the included for the target, also for the value for type field, method, parameter or constructor or local variable module, which is also included on each of the inputs and the outputs. So here the some of the statements include the public void and has get and set inputs. Also for the return statement and each functions. Then moving on for the, you have here the label for the tax rate. Here's label for tax and the text field also. I type here tax TF for the variable is set editable false, which is automatically computed together with the subtotal and the total text fields. Yeah. Moving on for the reset button, I've typed here J button, the variable btn reset, which is the variable for the reset button. It can clears all data, so I have here highlighted all inputs as not set text null, which is blank and closed in quotation marks, and also for the radio buttons and the check boxes, I type here select each set, which is dot set selected open close parenthesis false. And also I have here the exit button also, which is the variable here btn exit, which is used to close the entire program. So I also include the action there at btn exit dot action listener, the open close parenthesis, then the action will be system dot exit open close parenthesis 0 semicolon. Then I have here the change button, which is used to compute the change cost. So I have typed here the button variables for the change cost, and also I labeled it calculate change, and also I made action on the button in also enclosed a public void action performed. First things first is declared the components, so the components are double balance and double total. Also for computations, I have typed double change is equal to balance minus total. If it is displayed in the program, I type the if else statement, which is depends on the calculations between the difference of balance and the total. So the if statement, I type here change is greater than 0, then change tf dot set text open close parenthesis double dot toString change, then the else statement, which is error. Now let's run for my program to execute the flow, and I'll show you how does it displays and how does it look like. So I have here my art commission menu, which is very simple and very convenient, which is applicable for all art commissioners. So I have here the customer's name, the art commission's name, including their text boxes, and have here the menu for the art style and its price list that correspond to each item, and also for the view shots there on the other side, which is consists of the checkboxes, and it includes their price cost. And then over on the lower part on art styles, we have here the subtotal, the tax, and the total for the automatically computed by the button calculate price, and also for the calculate change, we have here the balance and the change for computed automatically. Then I have here the reset button, the save button, and the exit button. There. Without further ado, I will demonstrate how does it works and how does it look like. So I have typed here for a sample name here for the customers here, which is I type here Andy Muir for the customer's name, and the seller's name or art commission's name will be Kelly Hope. Then I selected here from the art styles here. For example, I had clicked here from the 4 choices. I have clicked here shade color, which is correspond its cost is 40 pesos, and for the view shots there I select only one sample choice there. For example, I try to select half shots there, which is cost 30 pesos. And next thing to do is to click this button, the calculate price, to compute automatically the subtotal and tax and the total price. So here's the result looks like. The subtotal of the two options we have here, 40 plus 30 is equal to 70 pesos, and for the tax rate, which is for the discount of 50%, so it is multiplied by 0.5, so 70 times 0.5 is equal to 35. Then you have to add both of the both subtotal and the tax to get the sum of the total price, which is 105 pesos. Now the next thing to do is to get the change. So once the customers had the choice to pay the cost For example, I have here type 200.0 for the balance amount, and also let's demonstrate how does it works on the calculate change button by clicking on it, and it executes automatically. The change cost will be 95.0. The next thing is to save the data. We have to I have to click here the save button, which is to write all the data, and the notification came out and it says writing complete exclamation mark. Then I have to click OK, so we have to see what it happens. Also, you can click also the reset button to clear the menu here. You just click the reset and all of them, the inputs are disappeared. Then for the text file also, so here's what it looks like. So let me look at the text file. So we have here the file there. Then you have here the text file Artcom official receipt. So you have to look at the Artcom receipt, and we have here, this is the same process from the program which is executed. We have here the official receipt. We have here the name of the customer, the art commissioner's name, then we have here the order. The art styles is a shaded color, is 10 pesos. It is 40 pesos. It's 10 pesos. And also for half view shots there, we have here 30 pesos also. And also for the subtotal, it is 70 pesos. And also for the balance and the total cost. So I apologize if arranging it well. So it also be seen right here. We have to try it. And also here's the results. So this is the official receipt for the art commission menu. And also for most, you have to click this exit button to exit the program. So you have here click the exit and it closes. So that's all for my Java Swing program. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have a good moment within this video. Thank you very much for listening as well.